Hello guys, welcome back to another Clash Royale video. As you might already know, the Goblin Gang is back to its original state again, so in its honor we are playing classic Logwait, but I'm playing with Valkyrie because it's better now instead of the Knight. When the Knight will get buff again, then we'll use with the classic Logwait with Knight version. Alright guys, so into the match and we are facing Saga. Off the bat he uses Fire Spirit, so I will just block it with my Valkyrie. And let's pressure with the Goblin Barrel. Let us see. Alright, so it's Pig's EQ deck with Earthquake. So pretty interesting matchup for us. Let us see though. I'll just use my Ice Spirit and then I'll use my Goblin Gang just to easily use. Alright, so he will get some damage. I'll just use my log so that we can just counter that. Now I'll use my Valkyrie back again. But since he's having 3 card cycle and 2 small spells, it will be really difficult for us. But I'll try my best to win. Alright, so he might do his log or delivery. Okay. He was late on his delivery placement, so I was just got a lot of damage on top of his tower. Alright, so I'll do my Ice Spirit in here. He might do log in here. If he uses log, then I'll use my Goblin Gang. He have to use his log over Archer Queen. Alright, so I will just do this in here. And then I'll use my Valkyrie to push his Archer Queen. Alright. Then I'll use my Princess in the middle. Alright, so he's not having log now. So we got some damage, but his pigs are doing a lot of damage on top of our tower. Alright, so let us see. You have to use a Skelly's in here, so I'll predict it with my... Alright, so that was a nice delivery. I'll just do my Goblin Gang in here. Alright, so he uses cannon. Let us do rocket in here. And then I'll use my Valkyrie. And Valkyrie can counter that. But still he got some damage. It's okay. Let us cycle back to our rocket again. I'll use my log in here so that we can just snipe off his Archer Queen. Alright, so he uses Earthquake. So he's getting some damage. Now he have to use his delivery, so I'll use Goblin Gang opposite lane. And then I'll use my this in here. Alright, so we can just easily win this match. He had a really nice matchup, but still he played really poorly. Alright guys, so we're into the next match and I don't know how to pronounce his name. Let us see. Let's go with the Goblin Barrel and Ice Spirit. Alright, so he's having log. Alright. He's laughing, don't know why. Okay, he's off to the side, so I'll log in here. Alright. So it's a mirror matchup. Let us see though. I'll pre-place my Tesla in here so that we can just easily kill his princess. Alright, so I knew he would have used his... I'll use my Valkyrie in here to just counter his... Alright. Then I'll use my Ice Spirit in here. And we can just easily counter those. Then I'll use my princess up high to snipe his spear gobs. Now since he have to use his log, I'll use my Goblin Barrel. But he now might do his Valkyrie. Okay, he's not having Valkyrie. So he uses Ice Spirit, but he took a lot of damage. Let us see. I'm having Tesla. Okay, really bad rocket on his end. I'll just easily... Also, I think he missed. So really bad. We're getting a lot of damage. I'll use Valkyrie in here. And then I'll use my Ice Spirit and... Alright, I think he might have given up already. Alright guys, so we are into the next match and we are facing Daniel. Let's wish him a good luck. His clan name is Log Raider. Alright, so he uses miner, so I'll just easily use Goblin Gang to counter his miner. And we are having a really nice counter push with the spear gobs and stabby gobs. So I think it is the miner control deck with the rocket, I think. Let us see though. I'll use Princess opposite lane, so we have to use this log in here. Alright. So Dart Goblin, pretty interesting. Alright. I'll just use my Goblin Barrel in here. Let us see. He's having a log. I'll use my Ice Spirit in here to distract, and then I'll use Goblin Gang later. He have to use his Dark Prince again in here. Alright, this time he uses Dart Goblin. I'll use my log in here for that. Alright, we also got the Ice Spirit. Alright, now I'll use my Princess in the middle in here. He might do his Dark Prince, let us see. I'll do my Goblin Barrel again. That was a really bad cannon. So I'll just do my Ice Spirit in here. And then I'll use my this and Goblin Gang opposite lane, so pressure. He have to use his Dark Prince in here. But then I'll use my log on top of all that. Also we got the Skellies. But Valkyrie didn't got a shot on top of the tower. It's fine though. Because we are back to our Goblin Barrel. I'll do this in here. But he's having a fast cycle, so he's keeping up with our barrels. I'll use my Ice Spirit to predict his miner. Let us see. I'll use Goblin Gang in here, and then I'll use my Valkyrie to counter his Dart Goblin, and then I'll use my Princess in the middle for the sniping. Alright. Then I'll use my barrel back so that we can just get... Alright, he misplaced his. Let us see though. Alright, so we are getting a lot of damage. You can always use displacement because many players, if they don't look at the shadow, they easily get juked by it. Let me just use my log in here. Okay, now I'll use my Valkyrie and then I'll use my barrel back. He again misplaced his. Alright, so the Dark Prince is moving back, but alright, so they didn't splashed. I will just use my this in here and Valkyrie again. This time I'll use it off to the side, let us see. So he rocketed our... Alright, he misplaced it again. This bro is getting juked by our barrels. Valkyrie will got 2 shots onto the tower and we can just easily win this match. So guys, we are into the match and we are facing Meister Ager. Let's wish him a good luck. Alright, so he uses Golden Knight, so I'll use my Valkyrie behind. He activated that ability early, so I'll use my Ice Spirit in high to just absorb that ability. Let us see what deck he's using. Alright, MK. I'll use my Goblin Barrel in here so that we can just get some damage. Alright, so he's having a Dart Goblin too. So I will just use my Tesla later and try to activate my King Tower. Let us see. Alright. Okay, we didn't activate the King Tower. It's fine though, we are in the lead now. I will just easily rocket on top of that Muskie because it's free value and I think I can defend. I'll use my Valkyrie. I think I should have used my Goblin Gang. It's fine though, because he have to use his... Alright, so he's having a Sparky. I'll do this Ice Spirit and Goblin Barrel combo. Okay. So, let us see. Okay. So I have to take this charge damage. Then I'll surround that Goblin Gang with this. Okay, but he's getting a lot of damage. I have to use my log to counter his Sparky, but he got a lot of damage. Not looking really good. Alright. I'll just sack that. Alright. I will just use my Ice Spirit in here. I'll use my Tesla and then Valkyrie for that. Let us see. Okay. Sparky is dead. I'll time my Goblin Gang in here. Then I'll use this in here again and then Valkyrie up high. Alright, Goblin Barrel is doing a lot of damage. I'll do log in here to counter his Dart Goblin. And alright, I'll use my Tesla up high so that we can counter his Hog Rider. And we can just easily rocket him out. He also gave us a rocket value. We can easily take these dubs. Alright guys, on to the next match and we are facing Lauda. So let's wish him good luck and let's see what he's using. Alright, which I'll pressure with the Goblin Barrel opposite lane. Alright, I have to use my Ice Spirit in here and then Tesla low. And then I'll use my Valkyrie to counter his Witch. And then I'll have to use my log because I have to keep my Valkyrie healthy. Alright, let us see. Okay, he got 0 damage and we got something 500 damage on top of his tower. So really good start for us. Let us see though. Pretty interesting deck he's using. I'll use Princess in here to force out some elixir. Okay, Baby Dragon. I'll use my Ice Spirit in here. And the Baby Dragon will get 2 shots on top of my tower. Okay, 3. It's fine though. Let us see what he will use to counter our barrel. Okay. Alright. I'll do my Goblin Gang opposite lane to just pressure. And then I'll use my this in here and Tesla in the middle. And then I'll use my Ice Spirit too so that we can just keep our Tesla healthy. And I think we can just defend this. I'll use my Princess in here. And then I'll use my log in here to quickly counter that. He might try to do his Baby Dragon or scar me, let us see. Okay, Marcher. I'll just ignore that Marcher. I'll do my Valkyrie and Goblin Barrel push now. He have to do his Valkyrie on top of our Valkyrie. Alright, so he have to use his Ice Wizard. Then I'll use my Ice Spirit in here and then Princess in the middle here. And I think we can just defend this. Then I'll use Goblin Gang in here and I'll use my Valkyrie in here so that we can tank for that Baby Dragon and also. Alright, so I'll use my this in here. I'll use this in here and log in here. And then I'll use my Valkyrie in the middle and Princess in the middle again so that we can counter his. I'll use my Ice Spirit up high so that we can bring over here. And then I'll use my Goblin Barrel again. He might do scar me. I'll log on top of the scar me. We are getting some chip damage. I'll set up my Tesla. Princess in here to snipe his. Alright, I have to use this in here and cycle back to my log. I'll use my Goblin Barrel this in here and then I'll use this to predict his scar me. Alright, so we are in the rocket range, so I will just easily rocket. He's trying to pressure with this scar me. I'll just use my rocket and win this match. Alright guys, so into the match and we are facing T Shelby. Let's wish him a good luck. Let's see what he's using. Alright, I'll cycle my Ice Spirit. So Tombstone can be many decks. Mostly it is Splash Yard. Alright, so since he's used Ice Spirit, so it's Splash Yard. He uses Poison. Let us do our Goblin Barrel off to the side, so he missed his Bar Barrel. Okay, that was really bad Tornado in his end. And a really late Bar Barrel. So we got a lot of damage. I'll use my Goblin Gang in here. Alright, so he's not also having the Valkyrie. He might do his ability, so let us see. I will just use my princess in the corner here so that we can just counter his ability Skellies. Alright. I'll do my Goblin Barrel in the corner again, so because he uses Tornado and not... Alright. He was playing really bad, man. He was not having Bar Barrel and I used this on the anti-nado placement. So we just got a lot of damage. I'll do Goblin Gang in here again. He will use his Ice Wizard or Tombstone. Okay, Barrel. Interesting. Let's see though. I'll set up a defensive Tesla. Let us see. Then I'll use Princess in here. Alright. Let us see. I'll do my barrel in the corner again. But this time he might do his. Alright. I'll do this in here. And Goblin Gang is a really good counter to the graveyard. Since we are having extra. But he's getting a lot of poison value, but we defended that pretty easily. He only got some damage. Okay, really bad Tornado. And we are in the rocket range. Now we just have to defend. We are having two Valkyries on the field. I can just cycle this here. I'll use up high Tesla so that we can just block the bridge, and then I'll use my Valkyrie in here. I knew he would have poison, so I didn't use my Goblin Gang, and this time I blocked the bridge. So we are just one rocket away from victory. It's 75 damage. Let us see. He's trying to defend it, but he don't know I'm having rocket. Easily win this match. Boom.